Buonasera, paisani, and welcome to another Big Mamas Gather right here on Instagram. You may notice that my clock says 7:15. It's because the batteries are dead. We gotta change the battery, so don't mind the clock there. So tonight I have another wonderful, interesting person on my live for your entertainment. He goes by Fearless Frank, but his real name is Frankie Jr. Cirillo. I've known him for quite some time, and let me tell you, I enjoy his posts, I enjoy his quotes, and let's talk to him so you can get to know him and you can enjoy his material as well. So let's invite Fearless Frank. Let's see. Here we go. I'm sorry a little late. I had a bit of technical difficulties, so the show must go on.
Impeccable timing.
Hello there, Frankie. How are you?
I am good. And Leah, I'm going to apologize right off the bat. I'm outside because my son is going to sleep. So
that's
connection
okay.
is good. If you hear some birds chirping, it's normal. It's just me outside.
That's fine. So how are you, Frankie?
I am doing fantastic. Honestly, I just got in from the office not long ago, had a long day. Besides that, everything else is good. I can't complain too much. How are you?
I'm doing good, coping with the times, coping with this COVID. Now we're orange. Hopefully we will not get to the red.
Yeah,
because
hopefully.
It's getting a little panicky. Then people are going to start running to buy toilet paper again, and we don't want to do that.
Stock up now.
Yeah, we got to stock up now on the Purell and the toilet paper. I really enjoy watching your videos. I enjoy your quotes, your motivational aura that you bring on when you post your material on Instagram. I love your quotes. I love your energy. So I want people to get to know you more as to what you're all about and where do these quotes come from? What inspires you? What motivates you? What's your drive?
Yeah, just great question. So for those that don't know, Leah did a great job of introducing me, but I know people trickle in. I'm Frankie Cirillo. I go by Fearless Frank, and for a purpose. I mean, on my end, my goal is for everybody to be happy. And I think that the most value I bring to people is I'm an entrepreneur. I run my own practice, and we'll get into that probably a little bit later. But I wasn't always like that. I used to be very, believe it or not, timid, self-conscious, and I really thought that money equated my success, Leah. And I had a huge revelation really when my first business went belly up. And I was stressed out. You know, I spent a lot of time on the couch, a lot of time sleeping, and I got into a funk. And I had to train my mind through listening to a lot of positivity, meeting good people, getting good mentors in my life. And now I'm really all about helping people find their happiness and really breaking the myth that money equals happiness. It's not about that. I think happiness is the most important thing in the world. So I'm just here to spread positivity like yourself. And really the narrative is I want you to be happy and everybody watching to be happy.
Absolutely. And I share in that energy. I share in that positivity. And this is why I just love when you post something, I go right away and go check it out because your quotes just speak from the soul. And
Yes.
I hope that it touches people because, I mean, we know what we're going through. We don't know what other people are going through. So that little quote that you're dwelling on at that moment, you put it out there, and I'm very sure that it happens to all of us. It ends up hitting the spot right when we need it. So you're doing a bit what I'm doing, or I'm doing what you're doing. But
Yeah,
we do it together, and
exactly.
we share the positivity. And I think I crave it. I need to see positivity. And when I saw your posts and your daily, I mean, it takes a lot of motivation and dedication to post daily. And I just enjoy it because I see that, yes, there's negativity everywhere, but we tend to see the glass half full. And that's what makes a difference in the world, in our own lives, and in the lives of the people around us. So hats off to you. Thank you very much for what you're doing.
I appreciate that. I really do. And it's funny because a lot of people ask, like, you know, where's your inspiration come from? Like, why are you doing this? And the honest truth is, like, you know, a lot of people might get on Instagram for followers, for comments and things like that. I like that stuff. But really and truly, like, what I'm posting is things that I might or I might need to hear, or things that I know I'm going through a struggle or I went through something. And it's really breakthrough. So my quotes are really just things that I would tell myself to make sure that I'm constantly checking myself, right? Like I'm not letting myself get into these negative funks because life is hard, Leah. Life is really, really hard.
Yes,
and there's a lot of things going on in life. So Sometimes, I hope that my quotes, maybe I've been told I overdo it. I post like 4 times a day. But for me, it's super important to reinforce the message because, like I said at the beginning, it's all about happiness for me. And I know that so many people are going through things that I can't help with. So just by me putting out some positive energy out there in a world that's so negative right now, where every headline is so negative, I think is really powerful. And I think individuals like ourselves that are spreading positivity will really help change the narrative going forward.
Fantastic. And I agree with you 1000%. And I hope that other people get on the bandwagon to do this and start posting positivity. It doesn't have to rhyme. It doesn't have to, as long as it's something that you're feeling and you want to put out there, it can help somebody else without you even knowing. So this is
Yep.
what we want to put across as a point, that you may be going through something, but it's okay because someone else might be going through not exactly the same thing, but similar. And the way we need encouragement, they need it. So if we all share this positive vibe or chemistry, it's going to help us get through whatever it is we're going through. So that's fantastic, Frankie.
Absolutely, absolutely. Positivity snowballs the same way negativity does, right? So the more
Exactly.
people putting stuff out and you touch something important, it has to be authentic. It has to be genuine. It's not some preconceived things that, I plan in advance. It's not that at all. It's really where I'm at in my life and the things that I had to struggle through and the realizations I've made in my life. So thank you for your kind words, Lee. I really do
Oh, my
appreciate it.
pleasure. Well, I do appreciate your posts, and I want you to know that. Yes, I like them all the time, and I give you a thumbs up or 100% or a smiley face. But now I'm actually telling you, you're doing fantastic. Keep
Thank
it
you.
up. And I know life is not easy. I mean, your son was ill. He had the
Yes.
bronchitis. So you have
Yes.
your struggles of your own. And I know as a young parent with a young child, it's very worrisome with the times that we're in. So
Of
hopefully
course.
he's doing a bit better.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Thank you for
Thank,
asking.
thank goodness. So now I want to get into the business side. So you said you opened
Yes.
up a business. Tell
Yes.
everybody about your business.
Yeah, so I work as an investment advisor. Most people would think stockbroker. So I actually do that on my own account. So I'm registered through a company called Manulife, which a lot of you probably know. But really, it's a private practice. So, there's no salary. There's nothing fixed. I had to build it from the ground up. So I identify as an entrepreneur. But truthfully, Lee, I've been an entrepreneur I'm 30 now. I would say since the age of like 12, I've been an
Wow.
entrepreneur. I've worked very little salaried jobs. I remember my first business was I used to go to dollar stores, buy coffee crisp bars for like 25 cents, 30 cents at the time, go door to door and sell them for like $1.15, $1.20. I can't explain it. There's something about transaction that was always alluring to me. And then I got a job and I started working. And what I realized quickly is that I wasn't happy and I wasn't fulfilled. Didn't matter the salary. I was making a really good salary. I was making a lot of money. My family was moving forward. But at the end of the day, there was something missing in me. And the thing that was missing was entrepreneurship. So I merged basically my passion with my happiness. And I'm very avid about the stock market. I'm very avid about helping people with their retirement and getting them there because I think it's so poorly done in my industry. And I don't want to talk too negative about people. I just think there's better ways to do it. So I saw this opportunity and I said, you know what? If I don't do it now, it's only going to get harder. So it's been 3 years actually, if you can believe it, that I've started my practice. I work basically really 65 to 70 hours a week. I'm at the office from 8 to 8. I'm always in a grind mode, build mode. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way.
Wow. Yeah, that's the thing. You could be working for, making six-figure numbers at the end of the year, but you're not happy. So, I'd rather have a five-figure and be happy.
Of
So
course.
you're doing what you love. And when you do what you enjoy, your passion comes out and you're more successful. You succeed more, you accomplish more, and your motivation is there. Yes, you're going to have hurdles down the road,
Of course.
but because you want it to work out so much, you're motivated to surpass it and overcome it. So that's fabulous. You're
And
just wonderful.
thank you. And honestly, the biggest thing is also for me, I mean, through the posting, I probably will talk about it too, is, there's this romance around entrepreneurship. We always see on Instagram all the nice stuff, right? Like, look at this car, look at this house, and we see the finished product, but nobody really knows how hard it is and how difficult and what a battle it really is. It's an eternal battle that is always waging, right? Like somebody in my business said it, it's either the business is depression or it's a roller coaster. It's one or the other, because the truth is that you need to really love what you're doing to go through all those struggles. But truthfully, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like if I, people say, would you restart? No, I wouldn't restart because it's so hard. Now knowing how difficult it was to get, traction. But I encourage everybody. I mean, if you're someone that's at work and you feel unfulfilled and you're just looking for stability and you're just going through the motions, there's a lot more to life than that. There's a lot more to that. And I encourage everybody to explore that, because at the end of the day, Leah, I posted this like 2 days ago, and it's so true. And I think it's gonna become my new motto. It's like, once today is done, it's gone forever. Like, you're
That's
not
right.
getting back today, right? So why not do the things you want to do and build the life you want to build?
Exactly, and you're a perfect example. So you're very young. You're 30 years old.
Correct.
So whoever's out there and is hesitating to take that leap and take that risk or that chance to start something new because they've had this idea and they've been holding on to this dream, guys, it's possible. Just got to dedicate yourself to it. It is possible. Now, back to your business side.
Yes.
You work on your own with the investment industry.
Correct.
How can people contact you if they have questions, if they want to invest? Like, how could they interact with you on an individual level?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can reach out. I'm super accessible. So Instagram, Facebook, I'm pretty much on all the platforms. My email is frankie.cirillo@manulifesecurities.ca. Reach out. It's never too late, never too early to start investing. What we do is a really tailored approach. And for me, you're not wasting my time when you reach out. Honestly, I really enjoy giving. It's a big part of who I am. So I won't charge you guys $1. Reach out as much as you need and ask me about all the stocks and ask me about all the mutual funds and all the strategies. I'll give it away for free. I really believe in that. Any client that works with me knows one thing. Before they become my client, they know everything. They can do it by themselves. They don't want to, because who has time to dedicate 40 hours a week to, monitoring a portfolio and stuff. But I really believe in that. It's giving things for free, because that's how people give back to you afterwards.
Fantastic. So if people are getting this CRE benefit, they can maybe take a bit of that and invest it into something bigger and better for the future, for their kids, for themselves, for the retirement. So you can tell them exactly how to place their money for the money to be working for them and not them for their money.
Yeah, of course. And, the best way to look at money is like employees. The more you put to work, the more money you make, right? So it's never, like I said, it's never too early and it's never too late. The important thing is that you have goals in mind, that you plan, and that you have someone listening at the other side that understands where you want to go. And my job is to get my clients there. And I take a lot of pride and a lot of satisfaction in that.
Yeah, I see that just by the way you're talking.
Yeah, I do.
Do you do house calls now that there's the COVID? Do they do it by the phone? Like, how do you interact?
Yeah. So my day, if you're talking about business development, I make about, people think I'm crazy, I make about 150 cold calls a day. So I call people. So I'm usually reaching out to people at work. And basically I give them my pitch. I explain what I do for a living, how I can help them. And, a lot of people don't respond to that, but I built a beautiful practice off doing that. If you're talking about people calling me, you can leave my number afterwards. I'll leave you my office number too, Leah. You can post it.
Perfect.
I'm here to service as much as I can.
So you do it mostly on the phone right now?
Yeah, well, right now, I mean, with this new COVID era, I've been mitigating to more Zoom and Microsoft Teams.
Okay.
So I do virtual consultations from my office. If someone's comfortable coming into the office, I mean, we have all the protocols, right? We have the plexiglass, the visors, the hand sanitizer. So we're hyper careful, because, a lot of my clients are elderly too, right? They're people approaching retirement or in retirement. So, but it's cool. Like mitigating to like virtual meetings is actually awesome. It saves me like hours of traffic. So,
well, of course,
I'm always accessible. And I just saw someone, is there a minimum you can invest?
Yeah, there you go.
No, there's not a minimum you can invest. Typically my clients, if I'm being honest, are $100,000 or more, but it doesn't mean that I can't help you. I can always point you in the right direction as well, to the person that answered that question. Sorry, Leah, I didn't want to grab
Yeah,
that.
I wanted to interrupt you, but I was waiting for you to finish. So Sassy Plumbing, no, there's no minimum to invest. So if you want to know more details, you can contact Frankie. He's available and willing and ready and very eager to help all of you out there with your 100%. Money investments. So is there anything else you want to mention? Anything else you want to say to the audience?
Yeah, well, I mean, business aside, like I love talking about my business, but I feel like I don't like being a billboard, like I'm very low key about my business. Like I always feel like some investments, it's like, people have that image that like, oh, they're after me. They want to get my money. So I'm always very, humble about what I do. But my side projects are actually what's really interesting for me right now. There's a lot of things going on. I mean, the first one for me is my Fearless Frank movement. That's something I actually hired a social media coordinator to help me, because I had this big dream, and her name is Dana, And if anybody's looking for someone, I'm going to plug her if that's okay, Leah.
Sure, no
Dana
problem.
Fonolico, she's fantastic. She's done a lot for me, and she really is the one, like the mastermind behind the brand.
Okay.
For myself, I mean, that's really my passion is I like to take my phone, do exactly what we're doing right now, and just kind of speak. I mean, I was gifted, people say the gift of gab, being able to talk and communicate in an articulate way. And I said, hey, I can use this for positivity. And that leads me into a second thing, which is my podcast, where we have a team behind our podcast. It's called Keeping It Frank. And what we do is we basically invite people on to share their stories. So much like what you're doing here, which is fantastic, by the way, Leah, like giving
Thank
people
you.
platforms and stuff.
Thank
It's
you.
so important to learn from one another. But it's the same thing. It's taking real stories. So we have a lot of stories of people that were very close to suicide, that were like literally like inches from jumping, and things changed and they've turned their life around, and now there are these huge success stories that everybody admires. And that's really the plan there, is to show that everybody goes through stuff, Leah. Everybody.
Everybody.
And we're so quick sometimes to judge and assume things where we don't know the full picture, right? And we don't realize, but your words have so much power, and they have power in the good way and they have power in the bad way.
That's right.
So Keeping It Frank is an opportunity to take those words, take those stories, and show people that, no matter what you're going through, we're here for you. We love you and we got you. And if someone, someone looks like you or is in a similar situation like you and was able to get out of it, it means you can as well. And that's really the idea, is to spread that positivity.
It gives you someone to relate to say, okay, I'm in a dark tunnel, but they saw the light, so I'm about to see the light soon enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people think, like they see me, right? And I'm always posting business stuff and motivation, like, oh, look at this guy, he's so successful. It's like, no. Like, I'm super early in my journey, like I'm far from successful. I'm far from where I want to be. But what I know is that I'm putting in the pavement, and I have a long time. I have a long runway, and so does everybody else. You just got to take action and do things. That's the most important thing.
Exactly. So I'm going to be waiting for my invitation on Keeping It Frank.
You're more than welcome to, Leah. We're wrapping up season 1, and season 2 is going to be coming out probably February, March of next year. I need a little break, to be honest with you. There's a lot going on. But yeah, you are 100% going to be on there, Leah.
My pleasure.
It's called Reciprocity, and I think you have a lot of powerful and exciting things to share too. And that's why you have such a big fan base, is because you're charismatic and you're awesome.
Either that or I'm very funny looking.
Well, maybe that too, but no. I'm pulling your leg.
No, it's fine. I understand. But I always say it. Laugh at me, laugh with me, as long as you laugh, because I want people's minds to change. I've dealt with depression. I had a life-changing accident. So I want to share this with everyone and say, listen, I've been at the bottom, but I managed to climb up. So if I can do it, you can do it. I mean, look, I've lost 65 pounds, still not done. But I mean, I got there. I've lost more than I have to lose. So if I can do it, you can do it. You just need motivation. You need that crutch of someone to encourage you. And there's a lot of evil and a lot of ugliness in the world. People stay down when they're down. But no, I want to bring them up. I want to be that helping hand to pull them out. And you're doing the same thing. And that's why I admire your initiative, and I admire your positivity. And this is why I wanted to bring you on, not only for the business side, but also to get to know you as a person, to say, look, there's positive people out there. You just got to find them.
Yes. And really and truly, Leah, like the biggest thing for me, I think the whole mindset shift that happened to me is I go on social media and I see these headlines and I see people bashing each other, and I see people, and it's like, man, how much more powerful would we be if we were all there to support each other? How much better off would we be if we would pick each other up? And that's what I want to spread. It's like, those people that know me well, some people might think it's a gimmick or a facade, like, oh, look at this guy, he just puts on a show. It's not that. Like, those that know me well know that I genuinely wear my heart on my sleeve and I care for people. There was a period in my life, when I was young, that I would get jealous of other people, right? Like, I'd see like, oh, he's there, why am I not there? Now, when I hear people having success or I see people starting things, I want to support. Like, I get happy. I get happy in seeing people move and make progress in their lives. And I don't know. I can't explain it, Leah. It's just a really good way to live. And being happy is so much better than being unhappy. And,
absolutely. Absolutely.
And people don't get it. It's like you have control over it. You have control. And to your point, Leah, I noticed you lost all that weight. And good for you, because that takes a lot of dedication. And one of the biggest things is discipline. It's not easy, but it's worth it.
It's not easy at all. Trust me, the temptations are always there. I mean,
of course,
we live with food.
We're Italian.
Yeah, exactly. You get the big plate of pasta and you're like, no, can't have it.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
have
not
the salmon.
easy.
You know,
But how much better do you feel? How much better
a
do you
lot
feel?
better. I feel more energetic. My self-confidence has gone up. My self-esteem has gone up. I'm not ashamed to be out in public. I don't
Amazing.
feel like I have to hide. So I pray that I don't go back. I got rid of all my fat clothes. I don't want
Yes.
to wear them again. So that was step one of my recovery. I got rid of my fat clothes because I had them all in bins, thinking I might gain. But I said, no, that's going to give me the urge to gain because I have the clothes. So now I don't have the clothes, so I can't gain because I don't have any clothes. I mean,
And
mind
clothes
you,
are expensive.
it's a good opportunity to go shopping, but I'd rather shop for thin clothes than fat clothes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And look, you just listed all the benefits. I mean, I wish it for you, and I hope you continue because you should feel like the best you. That's the most important. You
Yes,
always
I
should
do.
feel like the best you.
Exactly. Well, Frankie, I want to thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you taking the time, even though your son is going to
He's down
sleep.
and out. I got the sign from my wife. We're like, we're good.
You're good. So you got kicked out for the time being. Thank you very much, guys. If you want to contact him for any financial advice, it's Fearless Frank on Instagram, Facebook, you name it, you got it. I'm gonna put hashtags and I'm gonna tag him on my
Thank you.
post when I put it on. When you share, you want to tag your webmaster, you can, not a problem. I just want to thank you and stay positive. Keep
Yes.
doing what you're doing. You're on the right path, and I know it's not easy, but you have that positive flame. Don't let it ever burn out.
Yeah, and if I can leave your audience with one little thing, Lee, I
Sure,
promise, and then I'm out of here. You can kick me
sure.
out, no problem. Is that, guys, the biggest thing that stops people from doing things is you think for whatever reason you're not good enough. I just want to tell you that whatever voices are up here that are lying to you on a daily basis, saying you can't do it, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, it's not achievable for you, but only for other people. It's all fake. It's all fake. What's up here is voices that can lie to you. Don't let that stop you. If you love something and you want it, go after it because it is worth it.
Fantastic. And I agree with you 100%. I love your vibe. I love your energy.
Thank you.
We got to see each other more often once this COVID is
Yes.
gone. I want to see little Noah and Melina. So I just want to, again, thank you very much for
My
taking the
pleasure.
time. Guys, I'll be tagging and giving you all the info to contact Frankie. This is my reason for being. This is why I do the show. It's to encourage small businesses and entrepreneurs, whether it's local or not. And it's just so we can all share the positivity. We can all share the resources. So, Frankie, thank you very much for being on. Take care. And like I say, ci vediamo presto. Salutamu.
Absolutely. Ciao, ciao. Bye, guys. Thank you. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, Leah. Thank you
My
so much for
pleasure.
thinking of me.
My
Bye, guys.
pleasure. Ciao, ciao. So there you go, guys. Fearless Frank. What a positive energy filled in one person. You guys have to follow him. Give him a follow on Instagram, on Facebook. If you need financial advice, he's there. He's available. He's very open to it. He'll do Zoom. He'll do FaceTime. He'll do whatever it is with this COVID situation just to help you and give you all the advice you need. He's very ready and willing and very eager. You can tell he likes his job. And this is why I do what I do. Because if I wouldn't have put him on my show, you wouldn't have not known about him and you wouldn't know where to invest your money. So now contact Fearless Frank and he'll tell you exactly how to invest your money to the potential that it has. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. It's 8:30. It's been a wonderful evening. Join me next week for another live here on Instagram, Big Mamas Gather. I'm gathering everyone for your entertainment, for your information, and for you to enjoy. So, grazie a tutti per essere tra di noi e come sempre ci vediamo presto. Salutamu, everybody.